times. That was like a spinning crescent kick. Whoa. He's got some speed. I don't know if you can hear that, but from here I can hear that loud and clear. Sounds like the biggest hornet you ever heard. There's no doubt he has some speed and power. Ted Fredrik Anderson from Sweden with the 9-section whip chain. In Chinese, 9 is Zhou and Zhou Jie Bian. Zhou Jie Bian. This is an interesting application of a weapon. That's one way to get personal space. You just whip that around, take out everybody's ankles. Very good job there, Mr. Anderson. Bravo. And let's see what the judges think. I thought it was well done. He's certainly powerful. There's no doubt about that. 8.66. And from Australia, I believe, Blake Charles Richard Brown. His uniform is typical to the Shaolin. So if you're just tuning in, this is the 10th World Kungfu Championships in Emeishan, China. And the grandfather of Kung Fu Championships, the history going back to 1992. There are approximately 4,000 athletes competing. And we're on the 3rd floor. There are 10 different competition areas on this floor. And so the logistics of this thing is absolutely incredible, and all things considered, it's running very, very smoothly. Okay, crescent kick there, nicely done. All right, and very good. All right. 8.55. And remember, the superior category starts at 8.5. Okay, up next, I believe he's from Brazil. Okay. Rodrigo de Lima Dantas with the 9-section whip chain. He's doing something the other competitors didn't do. He just popped it like a whip. Most of them swing, but he actually popped that thing like a whip. Spinning crescent kick, elbow, nice stances, clean finish, very well done. Rodrigo de Lima Dantas. 8.45, very good. And next up, from Great Britain, Juliet Ilhan Guven. Wow, great tumbling there. I gotta say, he's got speed. And I don't know how much or how well you can hear us, but he's whipping that thing so fast it's making a roaring sound here in this gymnasium. And it's a big gym. Good toss up and catch. Spring back to his feet, well done. And ending in your classic pose. Wow, nice job, very good, very good. Juliet Ilhan Goven from 8.97, good job, Great Britain. I think that makes him the second place in this division thus far. There's only one more competitor, and this gentleman, you'll notice, as a country is listed AIN, Neutral Independent Countries. And I'll tell you, the people who fall into this category have been quite consistently very, very good. Tihon Nikitin. Wow, again, he's very, very fast to that thing. It's roaring. No, he's very light on his feet. He's a pretty big guy, but he's moving around like a lightweight. Spring back up to his feet, whipping that thing around. Wow, nice. Wow, this guy is really good. Impressive. Nice front kick there. Leg swings through the middle of the legs. Wow, he's got it all. Excellent job. Nicely done, very, very good. And that was Tikhon Nikitin. I have the feeling he's going to get a pretty good score. 8.91, yeah. I think that puts him in third place in this category. And I believe that's the end of the category, unless someone who didn't show up just arrived. Let's see. Who is this? Okay, we're moving to the next into the next division already. And this is soft weapons routines, and we have a few different weapons here. Shuang, the first one called Shuang. Americans usually call this a nunchaku, but in Chinese, which is where these grain threshers, that's what they were originally used for, is to separate the kernels from the grain, wheat or rice. All right, this is Kunal Sharma from India. Shuang. Oh, Shuang Jie. Shuang Jie Gun. .43. All right. Next competitor is from Brazil. Guilherme Henrique Souza de Oliveira. And one of my favorites, the 3-section staff. This is one awesome weapon. I used to play with those when I was a teenager. I tell you, want to work out for your wrist and forearm? Whoa. Try swing doing figure eights with those things using one hand. It's a great forearm exercise.
Dear international teams, athletes, attention please. All of the medalists in group over 12 participants who hasn't attended yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony, please gather at the hall left today at 10:30 a.m. Dear international teams, athletes, attention please. All of the medalists in groups over 12 participants who hasn't attended yesterday awarding ceremony, please gather at the hall left today at 10:30 a.m.
Okay, he's got a nice front kick. And blocks. Okay, very good. From Brazil, Guilherme Henrique Souza de Oliveira. 8.55. I'm not sure. I hear quite a bit of chanting for USA here. Let me see. Bullwhip. Okay. This may be Aaron Keys. Shaolin Bullwhip. These are actually quite a popular weapon here in China. You go to one of the parks early in the morning, you're very likely to see mostly older guys doing this. Okay, yeah, this gentleman, Aaron Keys, is from the U.S. And he is a big guy. He's moving very well, very fast, very agile, good coordination.
Dear
good
team
speed,
leaders or coaches,
obvious
attention
power.
please. Please come to the awarding desk to receive your participation certificates. Dear team leaders or coaches,
Very
attention
nicely done.
please.
Good
Please
job.
come to the awarding desk to
8.60.
receive your participation certificates.
And Kyle Wong, also from the USA. And again, the Bullwhip. Backflip. One powerful crack. Wow. Okay, very nicely done. Very good. 8.8. That's the highest score in this division so far. Good job. Next up, this gentleman may be from Ukraine. Yeah, okay. This is Daniil Feshenko from Ukraine with the three-section staff. Twirling around the back, twirling it around the neck. Okay. And very good, nicely done. And from France here, we have Anthony Plais. Sanjay Gun. Gun is basically a staff, if you're familiar at all with the 18 most commonly known Shaolin weapons. Gun is #1, a straight staff. This, the three-section staff, however, entirely different matter. Incredibly powerful and dangerous weapon. And more difficult to control, of course. Not too difficult to bash yourself in the head pretty good or bash yourself anywhere. But it's fun to play with. I have one at home. Growing up, everybody needs one of those. Okay, nice job. Anthony Plais from France, 8.54. Okay. This next gentleman may be from Australia. Ah, yes, Timothy James Handrodakis. Nice. That was well done. Very good. .67. Andre Cordaro from France. That's pretty good. Pass behind the back. Reverse direction, swing overhead. Wrap around the waist, over the shoulders. Cross step back. Use each end as a weapon. There was a back kick there. Front kick. And a very nice stance. That was done well. That was well done. Had a lot of nice details in there. Good job. .67. And coming up next, I believe from, well, I'm going to wait, let him introduce it first. 1, 2. I believe we may be moving on to the next category already. Men's single weapon, Chen style Taiji. I believe so. Maybe not. Let's see. There actually was one more competitor on the list from the Sanjay Gun, the 3-section staff. Nope, it looks like. They're going to be running two simultaneously here. Okay. Looks like Singapore and Hong Kong. That's quite a matchup. Both have great teams here.
Dear team leaders or coaches, attention please. Please come to the awarding desk to receive your participation certificates. Dear team leaders or coaches, attention please. Please come to the awarding desk to receive your participation certificates.
Julian. Lo Julian. From Hong Kong, Li Tin Lok. And remember, this is a Chen style Taiji sword routine, single weapon routine. There are definitely prototype movements that the judges are looking for, because remember, this is traditional Kung Fu. And although some innovation is required, generally speaking, they have to follow the traditional routine patterns with selected prototype movements and stances required for full points. Chen shi Taijijian. Very, very nicely done. .874 for Lo Julian and 8.55 Li Tin Lo. Okay, next up from Japan, I believe, on the left in the red, Kojima Ryohei. And again, this is Chen style Taijijian. And on the right there is a competitor in the category of AIN, neutral independent countries, who is competing on an individual basis. Taijijian. Taiji and Jian means sword. And this is Chen style Taijijian. If you hear people chanting for the USA, that's in another competition area. There are 10 on this floor, and there are 3 floors here. This is an enormous competition, believed to be the world's largest, around 4,000 competitors, run over 4 days. That is including the opening ceremony day. That's 3 days of actual competition. A huge logistics job, which overall has been done excellently. It's just absolutely amazing, but then they've been holding this competition since 1992. It's a legend in the Kung Fu world, and also unique because it's traditional martial arts, and which is certainly cherished by many all around the world. It looks like they're in water, almost dreamlike. But do not underestimate the power of Taiji. Quite a number of years ago, I spent several months training with the Sanda team at the National Training Center school here called High Sports School, downtown Beijing. Several of the Sanda guys, they said their favorite style, most helped their Sanda fighting, believe it or not, was Taiji. Why? There are a lot of very, very important attack and defense movements in there. Just looking at it, you might not see it unless you really understand the art. Okay. Good job, gentlemen. And next up, okay, 1IA, Eric Citraleolis. Okay, so Eric is from India. And then Vasily Kisletin is of the AIN category. Oh, INA. Just occurred to me, that may not be India, that may be Indonesia. Just looking at them. Let me just double check that, because there are several different systems. Oh, no. The AIN is Neutral Independent Nations. INA, okay. Is Indonesia, okay. Didn't think he looked Indian. Okay. Eric Citraleolis from Indonesia and Vasily Kislitsin from neutral independent countries. And this is Chen style Taijijian. Jian meaning sword in Chinese, and that is called the straight sword. Or long sword. Miao Dao. Now, Eric Citra from Indonesia, I see a little note here, new Chen style Taijijian. Whereas Vasily, who is in the neutral independent countries category, Vasily has straight up traditional Chen style Taijijian. And how different are they? Not that different. There are prototype movements that are expected of all competitors in each division. Very, very nicely done. Good job, gentlemen. Hard to judge. Eric 8.91. Okay. Next up, from Mexico and Italy. From Mexico, we have Alan Agustin Martinez Garcia. Italy, Luigi Bisoni. Both have large teams here. Large, and I might add, enthusiastic teams. And remember, this is Chen style Taijijian. And in case you're just tuning in, this is the 10th World Kungfu Championships here in beautiful Emeishan, China. And today is October 19th. It's the third day of competition. And it's about mid-morning. We started at 8:30 promptly. And probably be running to 5 or 5:30 or 6 like last night because there are a lot of competitors here. Some 4,000 altogether. The World Kungfu Championships are the granddaddy of Kung Fu competition in the world, having been run since 1992. All different kinds of styles you probably will not see anywhere else. With a heavy emphasis from the south, a lot of southern styles. But you'll see Kung Fu styles from everywhere in China. And all different kinds of competitions and different kinds of weapons. There are people from over 50 different countries here and all age groups. It is fun walking around the corridors here because you get to see, you know, people from childhood to grandfathers and grandmothers warming up and just checking all the nuances of their performance, and it's really a beautiful scene here. Everybody's been having a great time. As for Emeishan City, first of all, it's pronounced Emi, and it's Mount Emi. It's a mountain here, and famous for a very long time, more than 2,000 years, as the first Buddhist temple in China was built here. Emeishan is considered a holy mountain by many. It's, let's see, 63.7% covered in forests, and it goes up to 1,500 meters. Generally, the area here, kind of central southwest, is generally semi-tropical, but because of this mountain, it tends to be cooler, which is always nice. As for me, I am Greg Brundage. I've been a writer with Kung Fu Magazine since 2008, and first started WUSHU Kung Fu training back in about 1972. There were a great collection of Hong Kong students at our university at Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Many thanks to the great teachers I had. Okay. And we were off on a new pair. This is Chen style Taijijian, with Jian meaning sword. And this is, I believe, called Miao Dao or longsword. Two competitors here. Li Xiaoyue, he's from Macau of China, Macau, China. And the other is from Hong Kong, Sat Pat Long. And this is traditional Kung Fu, which means judges who are truly masters at memorizing different routines do have a list of prototype movements and positions that they expect to see in each routine. You can see that first movement was a beat down on the opponent's sword, followed by a thrust. Unless you've actually trained in one of these sword arts, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to recognize exactly what they're doing or why. But believe me, there is very good reasons for everything they do. You'll notice how, because this is a Taiji, how breath is harmonized with movement. It's smooth, it's soft, it's slow. As my first Kung Fu teachers taught way back in 1972, go slow. When you begin, go slow. If you could do it well slow, you could do it great fast. Okay, 8.92 and 9. Hong Kong guy got a 9. And 8.92, okay. Those are clearly two of the best we've seen today. And in fact, I believe Sat Pak Long, it would be a #1 in this group right now. I believe that was the highest score I've seen yet. Okay, from France and Georgia. From France, we have Virgil Sicard. And Georgia, Mate Cortongia. And just so you don't forget, Taijijian, with Jian meaning sword. I believe this is a Miao Dao longsword. And we are at the 10th World Kung Fu Championships here in Emeishan, China.
Dear international teams, athletes, attention please. All of the medalists in groups over 12 participants who hadn't attended the yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony, please gather at the hall left today at 10:30 a.m. Dear international teams, athletes, attention please. All of the medalists in groups over 12 participants who hasn't attended yesterday's awarding ceremony, please gather at the hall left today at 10:30 a.m.
Alrighty. Excuse me. No. No. New Zealand, yeah. Okay, very good. Okay, and here we are with Jichuan Lee from New Zealand. And this is the final competitor in the men's single weapon Chen style Taijijian group. Here on day 3 of the World Kungfu Championships in beautiful Emeishan, Sichuan province in China. Wow, very nicely done. I thought that was one of the better performances I've seen today. Very, very good. Let's see what the judges think. It's hard to predict because I'm not a judge, okay, and there are quite a number of specific criteria, and this is the traditional style. 8.13, okay, that was a rather modest score. Okay, and next up we are moving into a new division, which is a variety of different styles. We have one gentleman from Hong Kong, and one from Macau, China. From Hong Kong, we have Wu Guanxi, and from Macau, we have Zhang Po Yu. And they're both doing the 42 posture Taijijian. Okay, so more with the sword. And if you're just tuning in, this is day 3 of the 10th World Kungfu Championships held here in Emeishan, Sichuan province in China. Each one of these movements, although it appears very slow and soft, actually has real martial application. Tai Chi masters are never to be underestimated. Tai Chi is one of the main 3 internal styles practiced in China, along with Xingyi and Bagua. Internal styles being based on the use and application of qi, which is sometimes defined in English as intrinsic energy. The definitions of qi, or the writing symbol in Chinese, has changed a bit over the millennia, with the oldest symbol being steam coming off a rice pot, but is also been used in the classic language of both medicine and philosophy as lightning, wind, quite a number of other things. Certainly a natural force. My personal belief is it's a synergy of a number of different mechanisms, physiologic, and how our own biologic and neurological system integrates and syncs with the larger earth fields. This is related to, say, Chinese medicine. And I did a few years ago take classes in acupuncture, which is also based on qi, usually promoting qi flow. The teacher that I had, the professor, he very often repeated about the importance of blood flow and blood circulation for improved performance in whatever it is that you do. And general health as well, of course. No doubt Tai Chi has very positive influence on health and well-being. Okay. 8.95 for Zhang Poki from Macau, province of China. 8.92. That's a very good score. 8.92. Okay. It is now 10:05 a.m. of the third day of competition.
Dear international teams, athletes, attention please. All of the medalists in groups over 12 participants who hadn't attended yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony, please gather at the hall left today at 10:30 a.m. Dear international teams, athletes, attention please. All of the medalists in groups over 12 participants who hadn't attended yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony, please gather at the hall left today at 10:30 a.m.
I believe the man in the white uniform there is Ivan Krasnobev, and the blue uniform, yeah, and the blue uniform from Hong Kong.
Dear international teams, attention please. All of the medalists in groups over 12 participants who hadn't attended yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony, please gather at the hall left today at 10:30 a.m. Dear international teams, athletes,
That's very good.
attention please. All of the medalists in groups over 12 participants who hadn't attended yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony, please gather at the hall left today at 10:30 a.m.
If you're wondering what AIN is for Ivan here, that stands for Neutral Independent Countries, which means the athletes are competing individually. to the judges. They have encyclopedia-like memory for every tiny aspect of these forms. And so theirs is a very analytical study of each participant's movements. As someone who's not familiar with these styles and the defense attack strategies, uses of each of these individuals, if you're not familiar with all that, we are missing a lot. But remember, this is a martial art. Every movement must be offense, defense, strategic in some way. Side kick there from our Kumar. All right, good job, gentlemen, very good. And next up, we have Mario Simon Garcia from Spain, and oh, I better wait and check this one. Because sometimes competitors come up, it's on a different order that's on my list. So I'm just going to hold off on trying to name. We have España and Egypt. España and Egypt. Okay. Yeah. One or two teams didn't show up this year. One was from Afghanistan, which is too bad. Afghans really love Kung Fu. I know I was in Kabul a few years ago and hugely popular there, but apparently they didn't make it this year, although they're on my list. They were registered. But anyway, from España we have Mario Simon Garcia, and from Egypt, Basel Abdallah. Now, Mario Garcia, Tai Yi Wu Sing Chuan. That's what it says on my list here. And Basel Abdallah from Egypt, Yang style. Okay. But please recall, these are sword arts. And generally speaking, sword in Chinese is jian, so sword art, jian dao. And that looks like the long sword, which should be miao dao. and both of these gentlemen look very, very skilled. I had some great Taiji teachers back in the early 1970s and was told things like, after 10 years, you're still a beginner. It isn't until you've been training for 20 years that the real chi starts to become powerful. And I don't like to pin things on mysticism. However, I believe there are a lot of subtle mechanisms that have not really been examined closely. Take neuromuscular junctions. Taiji and internal styles in general, they teach extreme relaxation of the body and mind. I mean, relaxation beyond what you can imagine. What do you think that does to the synapses? Not so much neurotransmitter is needed when you're relaxing so much. And guess what? When there's not so much neurotransmitter, the receptors become hypersensitive. You actually get new receptor cells. .870. Okay. Those are good scores. Anything above 8.5 is considered superior. I thought they both did a good job. Let's see, next up, Hong Kong and Singapore, I believe. Yes, indeed. We have Lung Yet Sing from Hong Kong. And from Singapore, we have Wei Liang Davion. Is that the Miao Dao?
No, it's Tai Chi sword.
Yeah, but
One is the 42.
the name of the sword.
Tai Chi sword. One is the traditional Tai Chi sword. It's not Miao Dao.
Oh, okay. It's a traditional Taiji sword. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. Very well done. Also splendidly done. Very, very good. Both of these gentlemen. 8.34, 8.41, 8.84. Hong Kong 8.84. 8.61. Okay, and Taijijian. Ho ho, okay, that is the end of that division. We're now moving on to Group 6 of our morning schedule. And this is other Taiji weapon. This should be interesting. Haha. The fan, Taiji fan. And that, I believe, is Mustafa Emeishan with the Taiji fan there. And he's from Egypt. And a Taiji sword. Portugal and Egypt. Okay, Salvador Guerreiro. Salvador Guerreiro with the Taiji broadsword. Oh, that is a broadsword. Taiji broadsword. Okay. No, I must say he does really look like he is fighting with a sword. His concentration appears absolute. Front skip kick. That's a defensive move, by the way. Like he's competing with two people here. Well, I must say that was very impressive by both gentlemen. Portugal 8.34 and 8.57. Okay. And who do we have here? I believe this may be Park Bowman from the USA. Ah, yes, indeed. This is Park Bowman from the US. Taijijian. Yes, he is doing this very nicely, very well. Good job. Indeed, he also has a very meditative, high level of concentration. Oh, bravo, bravo. Very well done there, Park Bowman. 8.31. Yeah, that's good.
Dear international teams, athletes, attention please. All of the top 3 medalists in groups over 12 participants who hasn't attended yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony, please gather at the hall left right now. Dear international teams, athletes, attention please. All of the medalists in group over 12 participants who hasn't attended yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony, please gather at the hall left today right now. Dear international teams, athletes, attention please. All of the medalists in groups over 12 participants who hasn't attended yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony, please gather at the hall left today right now. Dear international teams, athletes, attention please. All of the top 3 medalists in groups over 12 participants who hasn't attended yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony, Please gather at the hall left right now. Dear international teams, athletes, attention please. All of the top 3 medalists in groups over 12 participants who hasn't attended the yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony, please gather at the hall left right now. Dear international teams, athletes, attention please. All of the medalists in groups over 12 participants who hasn't attended the yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony, please gather at the hall left right now.
Okay, we have women's double weapon routines here. Shuangjian, double straight sword, and this is Group D, specifically number 7 for today. And our first 2 competitors here, that right there is France. That's Laetitia Tan, okay, from Francia. Okay, and it looked like a very nice performance, 8.57, and that is considered a superior score in this competition. And here we have Jen E. Koo from Australia. Again, this is the Shuangjian double straight sword. Taiji sword is different. And a very nice job there. Laetitia Tan. No. From Australia, Jian Yiku, 8.21. Okay. And next up, I believe, is from Ukraine.
Dear international teams, athletes, attention please. All of the medalists in groups over 12 participants who hadn't attended yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony, please gather at the hall left right now include
Alina Krisko from Ukraine.
the men's single weapon routines, 屠刀 Group D. The men's single weapon routines, 刀 Group D. Men's single weapon routines, 棍 Group D. Men's single weapon routines, 贯刀 Group D. Men's single weapon routines, 南棍 Group D. Men's single weapon routines, other Taijijian Group E. Men's single weapon routines, 刀 Group B. Men's single weapon routines, 棍 Group B. Women's single weapon routines, 剑 Group D. Women's single weapon routines, 棍 Group D. Women's double weapon routines, other routines, Group D. Men's double weapon routines, Group A. Men's single weapon routines, 刀 Group C. Men's single weapon routines, 棍 Group C.
Wow. I thought that was
All of the
fantastic.
medalists in groups over 12 participants. Who
And
hadn't attended
8.77.
yesterday afternoon award
I see the
ceremony.
judges liked it too.
Please gather at the hall left right now.
Highest score in this division so far.
The dear international teams, athletes,
Elif
participants,
Accused.
all of the medalists in groups over 12 participants who hadn't attended yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony. Please gather at the hall left right now. Includes men's single weapon routines, good, Group C. Men's single weapon routines, 刀, Group C. Men's double weapon routines, Group A. Women's double weapon routines, other routines, Group D. Women's single weapon routines, good, Group D. Women's single weapon routines, 剑, Group B. Men's single weapons routines, good, Group B. Men's single weapon routines, 刀, Group B. Men's single weapon routines, other Taijijian, Group E. Men's single weapon routines, 南棍, Group E. Men's single weapon routines, 宽刀, Group E. Men's single weapon routines, 棍, Group E. Men's single weapons routines, 刀, Group D. Men's single weapon routines, 屠刀, Group D. All of the top 3 medalists in group over 12 participants who hadn't attended yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony, please gather at the hall left right now.
Elif Accused, 8.86. And she is something of a legend in the WUSHU Kung Fu world for the past many years. Next up,
Attended yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony. Please gather at the hall left today right now.
Julia Linnert.
The dear international teams, athletes, attention please. All of the medalists in groups over 12 participants who hadn't attended the yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony, please gather at the hall left right now. Includes men's single weapon routines, 屠刀, Group D. Men's single weapon routines, 刀, Group B. Men's single weapon routines, 棍, Group D. The men's single weapon routines, 宽刀, Group D. Men's single weapon routines, 南棍, Group D.
Okay, and she is from
Men's single
Australia.
weapon routines, other Taijijian,
Austria,
Group
I mean.
E. Men's single weapon routines,
Okay.
刀, Group
Julia
E.
Linnert, and she did a really nice
Men's
job there.
single weapon routines, 棍,
8.57.
Women's single weapon routines, 剑, Group E.
Very nice job. Okay, next up from the USA, we have Ailani Castilla,
Women's double weapon routines, other routines,
I believe.
Group D. Men's double weapon routines, Group A. Men's single weapon routine start group C.
Oh, no, 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 no. See,
Group C.
USA competitor didn't show up, so we're jumping over to the next one. This is from Canada. Susanna Ng.
Over 12 participants who hadn't attended yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony. Please gather as the whole left right now. Dear international teams, athletes, attention please. All of the top 3 medalists in groups of 12 participants who hadn't attended yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony. Please gather at the whole left right now.
From Canada, Susanna Ng. And this is a Shuangjian double straight sword. Very nicely done. .61. Okay. And next up, from Japan, Odagiri Emi. Okay. Okay, really nicely done. I thought masterful. Yeah, that I think so far is the 8.86. That actually ties Elif Akuz from Turkey. Those are 2 highest scores. They both got 8.86. 2 highest scores in this division so far. That was beautifully done. Very good. Next up, from Brazil, Brenda Silva de Santos. That is a superior score, 8.65. And I thought she did a just splendid job. Let's see, next one, believe is from Mexico. Diana Elizabeth, yeah, probably. Medrano Mendoza. Yes, indeed. Very well done, expertly done. Diana Elizabeth Medrano Mendoza, 8.52. I thought it was a great performance. If the viewer of this program has never actually competed in international competition before, all I can say is it is a real thrill. And the first time you do it, second time you do it, it's a challenge because you're dealing with not just performing a routine that you've learned, but you have a lot of other factors there, you know, a lot of people watching you, cameras, you know, all the prep time. It's plus also you maybe traveled to get to where you're competing. Anyway, next up here we have a young lady from what are called AIN, Neutral Independent States. And Oxanila is her first name. Shnukina, I believe. And we are looking at the double straight sword. Oh, wow. This lady is very, very good. Definitely a top performer. In fact, virtually all of the people who are competing under the auspices of AIN have also been very, very, very talented. Wow. Okay, that was super. And let's see what the judges think. .94. Wow, that is the gold medal in this division. Okay, and let's see. I believe this is India. No. This is Romania. Okay, it could be the last contestant in the previous. Yeah. Oh, wait. This does look like India. Is there a mistake on the board there? I think there's a mistake on the board there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Shreya Kumari. If I could see that number clearly. Yes, it is. And she's from India. She's the last one in this division. It looks as though the control center somehow missed that and jumped onto the next group already. Maybe they couldn't find her during the lineup or something, because that kind of thing does happen with 4,000 competitors. I mean, in all, this is just an amazingly well organized event. I mean, it's just awesome task, and I really have to congratulate the people who do such a great job. But there are little snafus here and there. Okay, this is an example. Okay, Shreya Kumari from India, and she is the last competitor in the double weapon routine, Shuangjian, double straight sword. This morning here at the 10th World Kungfu Championships in Emeishan, China. And today is October 19th, which is a Sunday. It's almost 11 a.m. and it's the third day of competition. I know the judges and the officials, they have to be wiped out. Competitors, it's not easy for them, that's for sure. But their competitions are usually at most 3 minutes, whereas the judges, the referees, they have to be on point with perfect focus and no mistakes from 8:30 in the morning until 5:30 or 6 in the evening. And I'll tell you, a hotel where the officials and media are staying, I must say, I always, every time I meet one, I just congratulate them and thank them on the amazing job they're doing. Being an official, a referee, a judge, that's a really hard job. And I don't know what the holdup is here. She's on my list. No idea. Look back at the control people behind me. They seem to be doing fine, but I have no idea. Okay. Luckily, this is China, and I'll tell you, people here do have a good sense of humor, and really, as groups of people go, quite relaxed. You know, this is not an uptight society. This is a generally very relaxed society, and people get along really amazingly well. There we go, finally, okay. Shreya Kumari from India with the double straight sword routine. And she is ready, wow. She's like a rocket ship coming off, yeah. Whoa, nice. Whirlwind kick there, very good. Wow, she's spinning those swords around masterfully. Very light on her feet. Yeah, a series of thrusts, turns, double thrust in different directions. Nice stance. Wow, she is really good. She's been doing this for a while, you could tell. A side kick there, double high thrust. Yes. Yeah, it's a very talented young lady here, yeah. Mm-hmm. Very, very good. As I mentioned before, there are lists of criteria for each of the competitors because remember, this is traditional Kung Fu. However, innovations are also required. So that does give the performer some leeway to add some nifty ideas. Wow, okay, very good. That's completed beautifully. 8.60. Alrighty, 8.60, and she is in the superior group. Very, very good. And let's see, who is that? I have the feeling we're moving on to Romania here. Okay, I'm not sure. Yes. Okay. And on hold a minute, okay. I have to attend to something right now that's being requested, and I'll be right back as soon as I can. Ready?
Dear international teams, athletes, attention please. All of the medalists in groups of 12 participants who hadn't attended yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony, please gather at the hall there right now. Dear international teams, attention please. All of the top 3 medalists in groups of 12 participants who hadn't attended yesterday afternoon awarding ceremony, please gather at the hall there right now. Dear team leaders or coaches, attention please. Please come to the awarding desk to receive your participation certificates. Dear team leaders or coaches, please come to the awarding desk to receive your participation certificates.
USA. I believe this is Li Ying Lu. Okay, that was nicely done, though. And from Great Britain, Tyra Duchaya Edwards Walker. Of course, use of fans is very ancient in Chinese history. And naturally enough, particularly for the ladies, it is also evolved into a martial art called Shanzi, which is fan. And nicely done. .46. And this is Eniko Vizi from Hungary. Doing an excellent job. There are actually 8 primary Tai Chi weapon forms, deriving from military, infantry, cavalry, officer, and courtesan training. Okay, all Tai Chi styles use sword, broadsword, spear, long pole, but some also use double swords, fan, and halberd. Okay, next up, Egypt, Jana Eliwa. Shanzi. And Oh, very nicely done. Okay, next up from Australia, Veronica Fung. Although use of the fan may appear relatively simple to someone just watching, in actual fact, opening up one of those with a snap and then closing it with a snap, because as a weapon open up, not so powerful. You close the thing and you've got pretty firm stick there, which could be used for offense, defense purposes. You combine it with kicks, punches, elbows, etc., and it is a very useful small weapon. Veronica Fung, 8.26. Okay. Up next from España, Alba Nino Gonzalez. Yeah, you notice how she uses it as a thrusting weapon, and a real pop and snap when she opens and closes it. And combining it with kicks and various kung fu movements, both offensive and defensive. Distraction is the art of war, and a fan can be very helpful for that. Rolling fall. Right back up on her feet. Little back kick there. Crescent kick. Wow, good flexibility. Falls into the full splits. And she really is hitting a lot of classical kung fu stances and movements combined with use of her fan. Let's see, 8.67. Mexico. Oh, no, that was not España, that was Mexico, 8.67. Yeah, sometimes the competitor doesn't show up, and the list is not updated here. Okay, that was Grace Guadalupe de la Rosa Lira, 8.67. Next up, I believe she's from Turkey, Ekran Kokhamur. Yes. Very well done. Okay. 8.78. Wow, good score. That is the highest of the scores I've seen in this division. Okay, next up. France and another categorized as AIN, which, if you've been watching us for a while, neutral independent countries who are fighting, competing on an individual basis. France, Flora Point, independent countries, Anastasia Diva. And this is Taijijian, single weapon routine. So basically, Taiji fan. Nice, very well done. They both did an excellent job. Flora Point, Anastasia Diva. Very good. 8.61 point, 8.61, 8.87. 8.87. Next up, we have Nina Guyen from France, and Elena Koneva with the neutral independent countries. And things you might want to look for is check their respiration. Their breathing is always timed with the movements. As you go into extension, they're more likely to be exhaling and withdrawing, inhaling. A great Taiji person, when they move, it's like they're moving through heavy water. It's almost surreal. But of course, being a competition, there are time constraints. And many of these are longer forms, but there's a 3-minute time on this. And there are deductions if you go over the time. Well, the movements with the fan can seem very gentle and slow. Please remember all of the forms within the Tai Chi division, in fact, at this competition, must have martial art applications. And of course, as we know, the ladies always have secrets. But definitely, just as a short sick, when it's closed, it's can be formidable. But remember, the art of war is also the art of deception, and a fan can be very, very effective at drawing attention on one hand, while you get smashed with the other or kicked. Okay. Elena Koneva, 8.73. Okay. Okay, well, Anna Koneva appears to be in second place right now in this division. Republic of South Africa and Singapore. Okay. The lady we can see right now from Singapore, Tay Kai Shin Ranis. And the lady on the right there, that would be Jessica Melissa Jacobs. Both did a very nice job. But I have a feeling the lady from Singapore, 8.96, is going to get the gold medal in this division. That was a transcendent performance. And I believe this lady is from Georgia, Nia Chahaidze. For those not familiar with Georgia, it's West Central Asia between Azerbaijan and Turkey. Incredible long history. Capital city Tbilisi. Haha. Yeah, you can see from the last few moves of her the very simple practical applications of Fan as a martial art. But never underestimate its use in distraction or blocking. And very nicely done. Good job, Nia. 8.59. Okay. And it appears we're moving on right away to the next division. Duen Lean, two-person form. Bare hand technique. These are nice. These are two-person forms. It's called Duen Lean. Dui means yes or sure. Lian means two. Lianga means two. Or lianxi means practice, two-person practice. Dui Lian. These are fun and exciting routines. Dui Lian. I think that's the end of that one. Okay, 8.54. This maybe Belgium and Kazakhstan. Oh no, we have España. Okay. They're from Spain. I see. Francisco Garcia Mazuesco and Vicente Miguel Raja Catala. Very nicely done. And 8.77. Okay. Next one looks like okay, these are from Belgium. yeah. Loic Henrioli, Jonathan Verheyen. .65. Good job, gentlemen. From Kazakhstan, Alkrim, Dagiger, Ilya, Pochveria. .70. That's top score 1 so far. Italy, Ivo Zeda, Gianluigi Bisoni. There's a vaguely Bagua feel to this. Uh, 8.6 for that. Certainly interesting. Sort of a internal style view on dual performance. And from Germany, okay, let's see what we have here. Kai Jensen, Anna Paulina Jensen. Okay, that was nicely done. This may be the secret to marital bliss. I have no idea. That was nicely done. Okay, 8.61. All right. Very good. And next up, we have Tajikistan. Marvin Safarov and Eleonora Faizova. Okay, that was well done. .58. Okay. Now this one from the neutral independent countries, and we have Tikhon Nikitin and Dmitris Tionov. And from Algeria, Well, I guess that settles that. Duen Lean. Okay. From the Netherlands. Okay, we are in group 12 right now. And this is Ferran Tomas, New Kramer, Sanchez, and Jesse Konix. That was a fast and furious demonstration of two-person routine. Very well done. Talia, Austria, Julia Linnert, and Suzanne Valine Linnert. Small deduction for dropping a weapon. 8.46. Okay. And from 311. From Latvia. Okay. Nikita Kokins, Anastasia Vlasenko. Okay, very good. And that's from Kyrgyzstan. Next one, Georgia. I believe. Very nicely done. Good job. From the USA, Julian Theo and Matthew Yum Ping Wang. Oh, that was very well done. Very nice. Good job. .6. Good enough. That's superior rank. Above 8.5 is superior. 030. France. Okay. Flora Point. Soimanga, Adriman, and Soa. And this, just for the record, is called Duen Lean. Dui in Chinese, yes. Lian means lianqi, practice. So pair practice. Dui. Oh no, that poor lady. Oh, she's okay. Nothing to worry about. Beautiful job. 8.47. Pretty good. From Portugal, this is Antonio, Inacio, and Daniel David. And from Brazil, Flavio Henrique Cassiano, Kateman Akemi, Valentin Yemoto. Butterfly knives. Okay, nice job. .80. Wow. It was one of the better. Oh, 1.60. Austria. Let's see, we turning the page here? No, not yet. They were. There was an Austrian pair that was at number 4 position. Okay. Okay, here we are moving on to a new division from Singapore. Other Duen Lean, it's a pair practice. Okay, 8.70. Good job, gentlemen. Next up, I believe from Czechoslovakia, Lukas Husak and Peter Bures. Czechoslovak. GRE. Oh, no. Yeah, looks like he's okay. It was a very dramatic performance. It was very creative, and
Excellent.
yeah, I think they may get a good score on that one. Okay, and that was from Turkey. Furkan Osman Sianir and Onur Öztürk Denis Sabatik. Okay. Egypt, I guess. Yes, indeed, 8.59. Anything above 8.5 is considered superior, as judges rank that as good. And next one, I believe, is Ukraine. Let's see how we do. Volodymyr something and Naida Kovalov. Wow. That is pretty good. They're going very, very close and very, very fast. This technically is probably a bit more difficult than the previous ones, just because the speed they're going. They've got spears. They're getting pretty darn close to that guy there, I'll say that. Technically, this is one they had to rehearse pretty often to make sure they didn't blind that guy. Yeah, just from an excitement point of view, this is pretty high up there, I have to say. Gentleman in white, courageous guy and fast. Oh, I think he's also dead. Okay, but at any rate, it was a great show. Well done, gentlemen. And that'll be it for this morning. Let's see, is it still morning? No, it's 12:23 at any rate. We're going to take a break for a little while and be back this afternoon. I must say it's been just a fascinating, very exciting morning, and I'm sure this afternoon will just exceed even that.
Judges, please stand up. Judges, please march out.
Yeah, it'll be hard to beat that kind of last action there. That was brutal. Just joking, that was brilliantly done. Okay, and we'll be back at you later on. Saying goodbye for now. This is Greg Brundage at the 10th World Kung Fu Championship in Emeishan, China.